Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today we'll be taking a look at another one of the Child's Play franchise, or another one of the Child's Play movies, or Chucky movies as I should call, because from now on they're, of Chucky, stuff like that. So, this movie was released pretty long after Seed of Chucky, so you can definitely tell this kind of ruined the franchise, or that movie did kind of ruin the franchise for a long time. Up until this movie, which is sort of like a homage to the original in a way, but also a sequel to the Seed of Chucky movie. And that film is 2013's Curse of Chucky. This came in a 7-movie collection with everything up to Cult of Chucky, which is the next film. Here's Curse of Chucky right here. And then we got Cult of Chucky next week sometime. So, Curse of Chucky, what is it about? This follows a girl named Nika and her mother, her and her family. Nika's paralyzed from the waist down, and she's having to be taken care of by her mother, mostly. Like, she can do tons of stuff, except just, not with her legs. But then they suddenly receive a mysterious package in the mail. And when they open it, they realize that it's a Chucky doll inside. And they decide to throw it in the garbage because they don't know who it belongs to, where it came from. No sender on the package. So her mom throws it away. Everything seems cool. However, in the middle of the night, Nika wakes up and uses the elevator to get downstairs into the first floor. She finds her mom dead on the ground with scissors stabbed into herself. She freaks out, calls 911, and her mom has been murdered. Of course, the family's grieving about this. They don't know what happened. Nika's sister and her family come over to grieve and stay with Nika for a couple days. Nika's sister is Barb, along with Barb's husband Ian, and their babysitter, I think Julie, I believe. Then we get introduced to Barb's daughter Alice, who is very cute in this film. We also get introduced to a priest who isn't really in the movie for very long. You'll understand why when you watch it. But they realize that the Chucky doll, or the Child's Play, the good guy doll, is still sitting there in the chair that Nika thought they had thrown out, but she decides to give it to Alice. And let's just say things go wrong from there. Curse of Chucky was a film that... Oh, stupid camera. Sorry, guys. Curse of Chucky was a film that, I had low expectations for starting off, but this has probably been one of my huge step up from Seed of Chucky, and possibly a step up from Bride of Chucky. It kind of weighing that out right now, but I know this has been a massive improvement from Seed of Chucky. I like Nika, who's played by the daughter of Brad Dourif, and I believe her name's Fiona Dourif that plays Nika. Brad Dourif comes back once again to voice Chucky. I think the writing in here was a lot better than Seed, a lot better than Bride, especially for Chucky. It was just better horror atmosphere in the film. Definitely better horror atmosphere in the film. You can tell by watching the film. I believe he wanted to go back to the original roots of the first film and make it a whodunit mystery thing. I mean, Chucky was in it, but Chucky wasn't shown until halfway through the movie, just like he was in the original film. The supporting cast, with Barb, Ian, Alice, and then the babysitter. I thought Alice was pretty kind as a innocent little girl, getting a Chucky doll. Barb is a douchebag halfway through the film, so I don't like her character whatsoever. Ian, he's kind of meh. Not really into him and Barb's writing overall. Babysitter I could care less about. She wasn't really all that interesting. Just there's like a weird side plot that you'll see later on when you watch the film. The kills in this film were not as gory as I thought they were going to be. Less gorier than Seed. Not as gory as Bride. But one of the better... it has some of the better kills in the franchise, if you ask me personally. It was just amazing practical effects work. Don Mancini came back again to write and direct the movie. I think this is his best directed film out of the two. I just think he did so much better with the atmosphere and the main character's writing and all the side characters. You really do grow to love this man. I hope he continues that with Colt, but from what I've seen on reviews, he does it again, just like he did with Seed. And I'm really nervous about that. Chucky, his look in this film, I am not a huge fan of. I think it was a downgrade from Seed and Bride of Chucky. I do not like his looks here, except maybe towards the end where he, he gets his iconic look from Bride and Seed. The whole backstory where this family, Charles Lee Ray, he had met them before running into the Barclays. He had like this whole love interest with Nika's mom in some of the flashbacks, which explains why he's going after them. Personally, I didn't really get that, and I thought it was just kind of in there to like be like just a filler gap in for why we got introduced to these characters and stuff like that. I didn't really understand that. That did kind of take down some points for me on this film. The ending was all right. There are some pretty good scares throughout this film, like jump scares and stuff like that. You can definitely tell this was like a 2010 horror rush with all the jump scares and stuff. Just letting you know, the ending is kind of a ripoff to, or kind of pays homage to the beginning of Bride of Chucky, which if you haven't seen that film, go watch it. You'll understand what I mean. Other than that, this film was a massive improvement from Seed of Chucky, and I'm glad to see Don Mancini learning his mistakes from Seed and improving on them drastically. I know some people give Seed praise. I just personally wasn't a fan of it. Didn't like most of the characters except Chucky. I thought the writing was terrible in that film. This film gets major props for better writing, better location atmosphere, better suspense moments. Really enjoy the suspenseful moments. And overall, just great acting for most of these people. Now, of course, there is some cheesy acting, but, this is a horror film. What do you expect? Can't believe we don't have too much longer to go in the Child's Play franchise. I think we have Cult of Chucky and the remake, and then we should be done. I'm not sure if I want to cover the TV show right now. I may get to it later, but right now I just want to cover the main films. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all I need to cover on Curse of Chucky. It was just great ride. It's not my favorite in the franchise. I still think 2 holds that up mostly. By the way, if you're hearing stuff in the background, I apologize. I got something on the TV running that I was playing earlier. So I apologize if you hear that. And I know I'm going all over the place with my ranting. It's just, I enjoy talking to you guys and stuff like that. I love talking about horror movies. So, Curse of Chucky, great film. I think it was step up from Seed, step up from Bride. Not sure about the other 3 movies, but I do like it a lot better than the previous 2. Seed of Chucky is drastically worse than Bride, don't get me wrong, but other than that, Curse of Chucky did have a few bitter moments in there that I did not like too much. Like, I didn't like the backstory of Charles Lee Ray and the family, all that. But that has been my review on Curse of Chucky. Pretty good film. If I'd rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 7.5. There were just moments in the film where I kind of got lost, and I really did not like the whole side plot with the babysitter. Minor side plot, which doesn't last very long. But anyway, that has been my review on Curse of Chucky. What is everyone's thoughts on the film? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Pretty solid film. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to take this weekend for a little break, and I'll be back sometime middle of next week to get another review out. So God bless, and have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.